Right, let's continue. Task number 2. So, the very first thing, if you have a look, Alright, Wasi, thank you. Right, so guys, the very first thing we're going to do here with task number 2 is you need to look at the equipment inventory list. Now, this is the 12-page. Who's still speaking here? Anas, thank you. Guys, you need to look at the 12-page inventory list. Now, this tells you all of the ICD equipment that Greenleaf Medical Center has on their books. Right. And it gives you some information. So it gives you the asset ID. That's obviously, for example, the ID number of the particular asset, the location. So at this particular clinic, where is it stored? Where is it housed? In which part? Which location? The model. So for example, is it HP? Is it Dell? Is it MacBook? What processor is it running? So is it an i5, i7, i3, storage, Windows 10, Windows 11? When was it purchased? And then the warranty status as well. Right, so, and then again we've got, so that is all of the information that you guys basically have over here. Right. Now, I want you to analyze the equipment infrastructure. Open the equipment inventory list all the equipment, the computers, the servers, the printers, the routers, etc. Highlight anything out of warranty or low performing. So if you pick up anything that's of concern, that is out of warranty, that is low performing, meaning it's a concern, for example, I want you to basically highlight that information. So put that into a presentation. Read the maintenance procedures. So as you can see, if you continue further in this document, it has maintenance procedures. So this is on, if you go to page 5, actually page 4, page 4. So it starts with current maintenance procedures documentation. So workstation maintenance, server maintenance, network maintenance, general procedures. Read this here. Record current task frequency, who is responsible. Identify any processes and issues. So any issues that you pick up in terms of maintenance and procedures. Right. Highlight anything that is missing and any issues that have been highlighted in terms of maintenance issues. Right. Now, moving up to the next thing, guys, is the issue logs. So if you jump into the issue logs, you can see here there's help desk ticket logs. So exactly like how we've had the unstructured data. I'll take your question. Yeah. List any urgent fixes. So anything that's urgent here, guys, I want you to list it. Just list the urgent ones. So tell me this one is urgent. For example, the top 3, the top 4 urgent fixes. Write instructions per device. So specifically for the urgent fixes. And for example, include time estimates and staff roles. Explain how you will measure success. So for example, we'll generate fewer tickets, there'll be less tickets involved, etc. Right. Summarize your key findings, explain the benefits of your plan, and prepare an overall sheet. Right. So guys, final checklist. What must you submit? I know it's a very big task. It's very broad. There's a lot to do. So what you guys need to submit is ICT equipment inventory, where the specifications, the warranty status, full pattern table or chart from the help desk log, and full maintenance plan with clear priorities. Right. Now to make this easier for you, I know it's a very big task. It's a huge task. There's a lot of undertaking. I've created you a presentation which summarizes exactly what's required. Now, 2 things. On Canvas, you'll find this document. You'll find a digital copy of this document, the inventory list and the ticket logs. And then additionally, I've created for you a PowerPoint presentation, which is also found on Canvas. So if you go into Canvas, you'll find this PowerPoint presentation over there. All right. Now, this PowerPoint is meant to basically just simplify this task for you. So if you go into the PowerPoint, let's have a quick look here. So this is a step-by-step explanation of what's required for you guys. So walkthrough and class discussion. So let's have a quick look here. This explains to you guys exactly the requirements. Now, the very first thing is, alright, so why is warranty status important? So for example, guys, just think about this quickly. Why do you think warranty status is important when it comes to IT products, ICT products? Why is it important? Yeah, it can be replaced. So generally, we try and ensure that our ICT products have some sort of warranty status in place. Why? Because if anything happens, it can easily be replaced. Right. And then end of life for hardware and software. What is end of life? When you talk about end of life, what are we referring to? Well, what is end of life? Alicia, what do you think? When you talk about end of life, so let's say these Dell laptops. We've recently purchased these Dell laptops. So at a certain point, you need to decide, okay, after 3 years or after 5 years, these laptops are now obsolete. Like for example, our silver MacBooks. It's gotten to that stage where it's end of life. That's why we bought the Dell laptops. We purchased the space gray MacBooks for VCD. Why? Because those ones are end of life now. It's past. We've been using it for a number of years. Right. Cool. Now, some important things. Risks of manual updates and antivirus. So, guys, you'll see maintenance procedures. So there's certain things here is manual updates. We shouldn't be running manual updates. There's a major risk of manual updates. If employees are required to run the updates themselves, there's certain risks to that. What do you think the risks are? What do you think? Manual updates. What are some of the risks regarding that? Of running manual updates. Okay, so the manual updates, the risk is, what if the updates are not being run and the antivirus is not being updated? Right. That is a major risk of that. Right. And would you know when to report faults? So as staff members, would you know when to actually report? So generally, when there's an issue with a computer or there's some sort of issue, that's when they actually report the fault. Right. Now moving on, faults and issue. So now, guys, certain things, there's certain repeat faults we get. There's certain trends that I want you guys to look out for. So when you look at this document, there's specific trends that you guys are going to look for there. You're going to look for example, repeat blue screens, slow PCs. You see, these are repeat faults. Alright, so pick up on these. When you're resolving this issue, we can't be having repeat faults. If things are being repeated, then there's a problem with the system. The problem is not with the staff or, the system needs to be fixed, whatever the system is. Unresolved tickets impact. So unresolved tickets, these things impact operations. So let's say there's many tickets that staff have logged to IT, but they're unresolved. They remain open for extended periods. This impacts operations because we need to have a turnaround time for these things. All right, because then they start becoming, there's too many open tickets, and then what do we deal with? It just becomes too many tickets to deal with. Which problems affect multiple areas of users? So remember, think about that. Which are the issues that are affecting multiple users within the company? Those are the major issues. Those are the important issues, the urgent issues. Right. Tools. So that's just about maintenance plan, reactive. So guys, think about certain things. You want to move away, especially in IT, as an IT technician, you want to move away from being reactive. You'd rather be proactive. So versus preventative maintenance. So reactive versus preventative maintenance. So proactive or preventative. So the one thing is, I'll take your questions up. Reactive, who can tell me, what's the difference between reactive and preventative maintenance? Two key things. Before you jump into this, these are just some things I want you guys to think about before jumping into this. What's the difference between reactive and preventative? Yes?
Reactive, when there's an issue, then you repair it.
Yes. you're proactive, so you ensure. I know Ammar is going to ask me a specific question about the SAC, about this particular task. So before he can ask me this question, I'll go through these steps. I'll go through this presentation. Why? Because I'm going to try and address some of his concerns before he asks me these issues. Or I know the internet is slow today. Let's say I know there's an issue with the VPN. So before the staff start emailing me and start putting heat requests and students start coming to the IT office, I can alert them, I can let them know, and we can try and resolve the issue. All right. So we need to be preventative rather than reactive. All right. And then setting schedules. What do you think schedules refers to? Daily, weekly, monthly schedules. What does that refer to? When they talk about setting schedules. So here it asks you to set schedules. What do you think? Schedule refers to what in this particular case? Yeah, so like setting some sort of plan, like I will update my laptops every 6 months. I will update the drivers for the printers and for my 3D printers and my laser machines and this year every quarterly or every twice a year, or for example once or every monthly I run updates on the PCs, for example. So you're creating daily, weekly and monthly schedules. I'll delete all the information on the desktop or anything that's not saved to the cloud. I will delete it every week. At the end of every week I will clean up those particular folders, etc. Right. And then the last one is, so when you guys are done, you need to put this all together in a PowerPoint presentation. Now guys, I've got an example for you. So I've always got examples for you guys to use, just to help you visualize what you need to do. Right. Is that the end of lesson? Wow. Okay. We will continue. We'll continue with the example during the next lesson. Right. Perfect.